Game number 5.
The following shipment of art masterpieces were discovered to be frauds. Now, I'm no art professor, just a good detective. The name of the game is Find the Fraud. Spot the mistakes in these supposed priceless art treasures. Take it away, Mona. Here's our first suspect. Good old patriotic George Washington crossing the Delaware in the cold winter of 1776, the time of the War of Independence. But this picture is a fraud. Why? Check out the flag. This flag has 50 stars for 50 states, but at that time, there were only 13 colonies to fight for. Sorry, George, don't flip your wig. Okay, take this next one. I am your son, King Tutankhamun, ruler of southern Heliopolis. This is supposed to be from 1350 BC, an original inscription from King Tut's tomb. But it's another phony. Know why? Well, King Tut couldn't have written in English. In fact, he couldn't have written letters at all. In Egypt back then, there was no alphabet. They used pictures and signs called hieroglyphics that stood for words. The guy who bought this piece from Egypt was gypped. What have we here? A happy Dutch family scene. It's Christmas Eve in 1663. But one of the items in this picture is not for real. You got it. There was no television in 1663. You'd have to wait until the 1940s. Sorry, Cookie. Find another picture. Now take a look at this one. It's 1775, and Paul Revere is coming to warn the Patriots that the British are coming. The British are coming. So, what's wrong? Check out the street lights. Electric, no less. Didn't have electric lights until the 1880s, so this picture is worthless. When Revere rode, he rode by moonlight. Well, my story of art frauds would not be complete without the biggest fraud of all. Get a load of the artist Whistler's portrait of his mom, painted in 1872. Sorry, Mom, no transistors, no cassettes in your day. If you listen to music, it was probably played by your good son, James. Or maybe at a concert. Sorry, Mrs. Whistler. Now, don't go off your rocker. I tell you, Mona, art frauds like these make me wish for a good old-fashioned murder. Sorry, folks, I gotta go now. Somebody's being framed.
Game number 6. The final game.
In the late night hours, Dr. Gibberish and his faithful counterpart, Nurse Feverish, perform a secret experiment. Known for expertise in how the body works, Dr. G has gathered the ingredients for a special creation. But Dr. G, the genius, often speaks in scrambles, so his words must be unscrambled. It's time to play Splatnarnt! Transplant! Dr. Gibberish has collected an assortment of vital organs which he will now put together to create who knows what. First, Nurse Feverish uncovers a pair of slightly used Nedics. Nedics, they help to keep the blood nice and clean and to control the amount of water in the body. You wouldn't want a flood, would you? Nedics. What are they? Dr. Gibberish is asking for kidneys. Excellent. Now he may add them to his creation. Next, Dr. Gibberish adds one of the longest parts, a curly string of itinetses. They are talking about 21 feet of tubing, and that's called the small one. There's a large one, too. Food goes through these tubes. The good stuff goes where it is needed in the body. The rest is waste. That is an itinetses, Liebchen. Intestines! But what good are intestines without an am shot, I ask you? An am shot is an organ like a little balloon. When you eat, it gets larger, and when you digest, it gets smaller. Cute, yeah? Dr. Gibberish delicately places the am shot in place. What an artist! Oh, what a craftsman! You know what I'm talking about? Am shot! Stomach! It's a stomach! Next, Dr. Gibberish requests a strong aether for this lucky creature. This muscle is going to do a lot of work, keeping the blood moving around. Very important equipment. It's got to last a lifetime. So what's an aether? A heart, of course. And now, Dr. Gibberish calls for a rainib. This organ's got gray matter and white matter, but what matters is what it is. Actually, it is nature's master computer, the home of memory and wisdom. A genuine rainib. What is it? It's the brain, Liebchen. And now, the big moment. The brand new creature is twitching. It is rising. It is trying to speak. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Liebchen lizards. It seems Nurse Feverish got some froggy parts mixed with people parts. But so what? Better a pet monster that jumps around than schlumps around, yeah? Well, auf Wiedersehen until next time. From Splatnarnt Hospital. Ribbit, gribbit. Gribbit. Braingames is now over.
Oh, I do love royalty, and so do the Snootleys. Ooh, here's a queen, a princess, a general, and His Majesty, a king. Practically a royal flush.
Check out the flag. This flag has 50 stars for 50 states, but at that time, there were only 13 colonies to fight for. Sorry, George, don't flip your wig.
Pocahontas could have poked her fingers into a lobster. There were plenty in the sea. Here we live more than 70 years and going up. Good news.
My name is Hedda Whopper. I work for the Gadabout Bulletin, and I cover the news about Washington, D.C. party givers.
But photography was not invented until 1816.
There was no television in 1663. You'd have to wait until the 1940s. Sorry, Cookie. Find another picture.
Well, auf Wiedersehen until next time. From Splatnarnt Hospital. Ribbit, gribbit. Gribbit.
The preceding program has been recommended for family viewing by the National Education Association.